Okay, so I look a hot mess and my hair needs washing, but whatever. Let me sit up. I just need to document this. Ooh, wait. Yeah. Ooh, I look a hot mess. Okay, but I just need to document this so I can have it and I won't forget it. But I worked my first day shift on Thursday, so Christmas Eve morning, and then yesterday, Christmas Day. First day shift since orientation, first day shift on my own. Crazy, okay? Day shift, especially on my unit, is just a whole nother monster to tackle. My unit that I'm on is very tasky. So I'm on basically like a post-surgical unit for cardiac, thoracic, and vascular. So we have dressing changes. We got to get them up and walking because it's post-surgical. So we got to make sure they have mobility. Got to make sure that they're doing what they're supposed to do and using a sentinel spirometer, taking their stool softeners, drinking enough water. So it's very much so like babysitting and being a parent. Like, you got to do this. If you want to get better, you got to do this. So it's very tasky during the day. You have all the doctors around. They're changing orders. They're telling you to do this. They're telling you to do that. You got physical therapy, occupational therapy, respiratory therapy, all these extra people going around that you don't necessarily have during night shift. So I came on the shift and I was terrified. Like Thursday morning, I was terrified just knowing it was day shift. Like nothing happened yet. I was just terrified knowing it was day shift. I got there, I got report, I saw what I needed to do. I forgot that in the morning, like 9 o'clock med passes. Be no joke. People be taking like 15 and 20 medicines. Like, whew. So I was looking at all that and it was just very daunting. Very daunting. And I'm a person where, like, if I'm stressed, I cry. Like, I stress cry. That's how I release stress, tension, like any intense emotions. Like, it'll come out in tears. Like, if I'm intensely happy, it comes out in tears. If I'm intensely sad, it comes out in tears. If I'm like intensely just like feeling like, dang, like I really like love you and appreciate you right now, like it'll show up in tears. If I am highly pissed off, it'll show up in tears. So anytime I'm in tears, there's some intense emotion going on that I could not keep in. Otherwise, I'm trying to keep it in. So I was having a feeling like I really need to stress cry. Like I really need to do this. So I went to the bathroom. Ooh, and my cycle was here. And I had forgot like all my feminine products to bring it. And I was just like, ugh. Like I was stressed. So I went into the bathroom to have a stress cry. And usually I stress cry, it comes out and I'm good. But I wasn't good. And the tears just kept coming. And I was like, oh God, I don't think I'm okay. So like I cleaned myself up enough to stop crying. And I went to my charge nurse and I was like, hey, can I talk to you in private, please? Like trying to keep myself together, trying to make it make it seem like it's okay. Like I just want a little talk with you. I don't think I accomplished that because she's like, oh, yeah. And I was like, dang. Like, she knows. Okay, whatever. No need to hide it. So we went into like the office and I just sat down and I was like, ah! The tears just started coming and I was over here like, like snot crying. Like, I don't think I can do this. I'm terrified. Like, I'm so overwhelmed. Like, I don't know what to do. I don't know where to start. Like, help me, please. Like, I feel like I'm drowning. Like, and basically the shift really even hadn't really started yet. Just thinking about it, like I get tears because I legit scared. Like I don't think I ever felt fear in my life like that before. Like it was just so daunting, and just knowing that these are real lives. Like this isn't a clinical where there's another head nurse. Like this isn't a case study. Like this is real people's lives. their health, their livelihood. They have family, friends that care about them. And it's my job to care about them as just as much, if not more. So I was just, because my heart is so much into it, I was just so scared that like I wouldn't be able to give them the best. So anyways, I got like talked off the ledge. Like I wasn't looking to like go home or anything, but like I really needed some help. Like, but my charge nurse was great. She was like, we'll go through it together. We'll look at your patients that you have, what's going on. We'll start with the game plan of who you're gonna go to next. She said, we're just gonna make sure we get the meds first, and then you could come back and do assessments and start on whatever else you need to do. And I was like, okay. I was still terrified. I was like, okay. Like, okay. So I started off the shift trying to give meds. Everyone who I tried to give meds to, someone else was in the room, like messing up the little flow that I thought I was getting. It was gone. Tried to go into one person's room, respiratory therapy is in there, giving them a respiratory treatment. And I'm like, great, that takes like 10 to 30 minutes. Okay, let me try to go to this next lady. I try to go to the next lady. PT has her walking in the hallway. So I'm like, okay, well, I can't medicate her. Then luckily one of my patients, he ended up going down to the OR. So I was like, okay, I don't have to worry about him for a few hours. So I was like, let me go to my last patient, who's my longest patient, has a feeding tube, have to crush his meds, have to flush his peg tube, have to give him like a bolus of tube feeding. So I'm like, he's going to take forever, but he's the only one open, so let me go to him. So I went to him. Then I got the other lady that was walking her meds, and then that last lady, she had a Dobhov, or like a NG tube, and so she had some crushed meds too. And in report, I wasn't told like how her swallowing was, so I had to look through the orders to see how to give her medicines, and it was like, give her medicines one by one in like applesauce or pudding. And I was like, great, she has like a million meds. So I guess they could kind of see that I was frantic, like, and all the nurses were great. Like, they realized like she's kind of having a hard time. So everyone was like, what can I do for you? Are you okay? Like, what can I do? So I asked one nurse, I was like, can you go in here with this room, this lady, just to help me like pass these meds, just to kind of help it go like a little bit faster, because she's like a one by one pill taker, and then she does have some like liquid meds to go through her NG tube, and it's just a lot. And she's like, yeah, I got it, we got this, we're gonna do it. And so like we did that, we did all of that. And I was just like, thank you. End up getting my like assessments in and stuff, and it started tapering down. But day shift calls for family members, talking to doctors and stuff, so a lot of that happened. But it ended up okay. I ended up discharging one of my patients. The patient that went to the OR ended up going to the surgical ICU after, so he didn't come back. So I ended the shift with just 2 patients, and I actually left the unit before like 8 o'clock. So that was pretty awesome. And then Christmas, I was feeling a little better, not as anxious and as nervous, because the second day is always better. Like when you get your first set of patients, it's always a little frantic, because like you're learning them and what flow works better for those patients that you have. And so the second day is always easier, because you know your patients, you know the flow, and it's cool. Came in, only had 3 patients. I was like, thank God, because like our unit is pretty empty. Like we emptied it out Christmas Eve, because we're trying to get people home for Christmas and stuff. And then came in Christmas Day, and we were like emptying it out. We had a few admissions, but not like a lot. So I had 3 patients most of the day, and they were great. It was fine. I had my flow better. I get my medicines. Like Christmas was more so a reflection of how night shift is, because it wasn't a lot of people. Like, most doctors, Christmas, they don't work Christmas. So we didn't have as many, like, providers running around, and, like, it wasn't as many people. Only thing, I just had, like, this one family calling for a patient. They called, like, almost every hour, and it was someone different every time, to the point my charge nurse was like, hey, we've had, like, 5 calls for this patient already. Can y'all coordinate and get together, have one spokesperson, and y'all talk to that one person and get some information, because you guys are overwhelming my nurse. She has other patients she has to tend to, and she really doesn't have time to be talking to 5 or 6 people and telling them the same thing. She has to be in rooms helping other patients. So we got that underway. And the night was pretty good, pretty uneventful. Just like that guy, that patient was pretty needy with wanting information. So I was in his room talking to him a lot, and just like telling him a lot that's going on, which there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I wanted him to be educated, so I did that. It just takes time. So the main thing that happened is that, so I got a call. It was like, hey, your patient thinks he pulled out his IV. And I was like, oh, great. Like, we just got that IV in, because the first 2 he had, like, blue, went bad. It was leaking and bleeding. So I had to take those out. And then we tried to get, like, an IV on him. I tried his vein rolled, so I couldn't get in. And then I had my charge nurse try, and she's really good with IVs, and it still took her like 2 sticks. So we're like, we finally got this in. Oh God, I hope he really didn't pull it out. So I went into the room, and there was like drips of blood all over the floor. He was over the sink, like just dripping blood in the sink. And I was like, oh great, because like last week sometime I literally had that happen with a patient, like, but he pulled it out in his sleep somehow. And when I tell you that man was bleeding, like he was bleeding, like it looked like a horror movie scene. Like there was blood everywhere. Like we had to like apply pressure to his arm for a while, to the point where we contacted the providers. It was like, he lost a lot of blood. Like, do y'all want to get blood work on him to make sure like he's good? Like, that's how much blood he lost. But I mean, he was fine. He wasn't feeling dizzy or anything. He didn't have any symptoms. He was still oxygenated. His vitals were beautiful. Like, he had blood pressure, high blood pressure the whole night. But then he lost some blood. His blood pressure was beautiful. I was like, maybe he just had too much volume in there, so his blood pressure was so high. But so I had a flashback of that, and I was like, oh God, not again. Like, I can't be like the IV pull out lady. Like, what's going on? But only his connection was loose, so I just like tightened his connection up, and then I told him, I was like, I'm gonna go get some stuff to clean up the room and clean you up and like get this all fixed. So I went to get all the stuff from the clean utility, and I went to the nurse's station, asked someone if they could come and help me like get it all cleaned up and stuff. And so one of the nurses came with me. Awesome nurse for almost over 15 years. Amazing. So she came and she helped me like get him cleaned up and stuff. So we were like close to finishing cleaning him up, and then we hear over the intercom, code blue. And we were like, oh, code blue, like where is it? And I work on the 6th tower. It was like 6th tower. That nurse, boom, she was gone. In a second, she was like whoosh, running. I was like, okay, 6th tower. Oh, 6th tower, like that's us. But I was like, wait, what room? So I know which direction to run. And it was like room 5, and I was like, sorry, emergency, gotta go to like my patient. And we ran. And so there was a code blue. We ran there, but by the time we got there, everyone, like all the stuff was already there. They're already doing compressions on the patient's chest. There was a bunch of people there. So that was like my first like code blue and seeing it. Like I got to see them like give epi. They had the pads on, but apparently they never shocked the lady. I got to run and get them a stool. That was cool. I helped. I ran my little booty off and I got that stool. And the code blue team ended up getting there, so like the nurses cleared out so we can like attend to our other patients and stuff too. So I went to the nurse's station with the experienced nurse that helped me with the guy to like look at her heart rhythm. So it was cool to actually see the heart rhythm. Like I got to see her go into torsades. I mean, it's not cool that she was like going through it, but you know, to see it in real time. Just the nursing aspect of it. Humanity aspect, I was like sad. Like her son was there. It was Christmas. So I was just like, please let her pull through. But on the monitor, because we're like basically we're considered a cardiac floor, so we have telemonitors. I got to see torsades go her. I got to see her going to torsades. I got to see her going to VFib. VFib is a shockable rhythm. But they didn't shock her. They didn't. But she turned into like a modified code, so she didn't want to be intubated. So they ended up like calling it and stuff, which was like really sad to see her son like crying on Christmas Day. Like he tried to stay calm and stuff, but like the second he felt like he was alone, when I say he boohoo cried, and I understand, like for me, like I'm very much so like an empath, so I could put myself in his shoes because I mean, I almost lost my mom twice. So, like, I can only imagine, like, that feeling, like, actually losing her. And then on Christmas, like, I almost broke down. Like, I was going downstairs with the nurse that was helping me out because we were going to go get replacements for, like, the crash cart and everything. And I told her, I was like, come on, let's hurry up. Because if I keep hearing him cry, I'm going to break down too. So, like, we were going to do that stuff. But that's what happened. That was my first 2 days on day shift. So, it was eventful. But I really wanted to document that because I want to set this up and make it a video. But like right now, like I'm in the middle of like outgrowing my place. I'm thinking of moving and getting another place, possibly moving in with a friend. So I really don't have any good places to film. And this here, I look a mess, but I might just have to post it anyway because like I really don't have like a good place to film right now. That's one of the main reasons why I haven't put up videos. But I might just put this one up just straight, like non-edited, just to put it up because I mean I feel like y'all guys need some updates about me. So I'm going to go take a shower, make myself a little bit more presentable, and then I think I'm gonna just do this and do like an update video to update you guys so y'all can see. So the next video you see, I'll look a little better. I look a little better, you know. I don't have the glass lens. I put in my color contacts, which I really love those anyways. So I look like a different person. But because I gotta wash my hair and stuff, if I can get all this done before the sun goes down, because I don't got that much time. It's already kind of turning into the golden hour, so we'll see. But I'll get y'all an update video. Okay, well, that brings me to the end of this video. I don't even think I introduced myself in the beginning of the video because I wasn't going to post it, but I think I am going to post it, so I might have to film an intro. But that brings me to the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I want to be able to bring more story times to you guys. This is kind of one of the first big ones, and the longer I stay on this unit, I'm gonna have more. But I'll see you guys in my next video.